Okay, let's have a little bit of a look at your entry ground level program called Run Walk 2025. 4-week training program, and the point of this program is to build your confidence in running further, not necessarily faster, that'll be a byproduct, but definitely further than what you're currently running. So the first thing we do is a 5 kilometre baseline. For this one, I'm not going to give you any guidance or any tips or tricks or anything. I just want you to do your best so I can honestly see where your running's at. Okay. The next run we go into is a run walk building block. So 35 minutes long. And your main session for this one will be 2 minutes at a comfortable pace that you can hold a conversation at, and a 2-minute recovery walk. And we're going to repeat that 6 times. Always having a 5-minute warm up and a 5-minute cool down. Get a bit of a recovery day generally on Tuesdays, a recovery day. Then we go into strength and conditioning. Now, for those of you that know me, you know how big an emphasis I put on strength and conditioning. I have recorded all of these exercises. I've recorded progression and regression depending on where your level is at, and it stays the same throughout the 4 weeks. What we change throughout the 4 weeks is the volume and the tempo, but the exercises stay the same. So if on week 1 you can't quite do a single leg RDL, you've got 3 weeks to practice them and move up to them. So we might do a double leg RDL. We might do a B stance RDL until you work up to doing a single leg RDL. So we've got progression and regression all the way through. Once a week, we strengthen our bodies. The next day, we're going for a walk, and we're going to finish with strides. Now, for those of you that do not know what a stride is an acceleration of pace. It's not a sprint. You're not working at anything above 80% capacity. It's as if you were almost like you were overtaking someone, and then you settle back into a rhythm. You're going to do 4 of those. So 4 20-second efforts. Now, these can be power walking or they can be a jog. It's just an acceleration of pace. Rest day and then park run or 5 kilometres. Same strategy as Monday, 2 on, 2 off, and we're feeling nice and comfortable with that. Sunday, we go into an over distance. In week 1, it is a 35-minute walk with an easy 2 to 4 minutes jog at the end. So we're conditioning our body. Going into run walk for the following Tuesday, we've got 3 minutes still at an easy effort. We've only got a 90-second recovery walk this week. So we're reducing the recovery and we're loading up on adaptation. Rest day, strength and training will be the same. We're just doing the best. Another walk with more strides. Love strides. Strides are really good for building endurance and building acceleration. 25 seconds worth of strides this week. Rest day and a park run or 5 kilometres. This week, the strategy will be a 3-minute run and a 2-minute walk. And when we're running in these 3-minute blocks, we're going to focus on the posture, nice and tall, light steps, shoulders relaxed, relaxed breathing. You want to feel comfortable. You don't want to be pushing. We're not pushing yet. We're just getting comfortable with running. Moving into week 3, over distance. 35 minutes, again, 4 to 6 minute easy jog. Again, at the end, it's just about conditioning here. It's not about pushing pace levels or anything. We're just getting comfortable with running. Run walk block. What do I got this week? I need to open it up. Let's do this. Let's have a look. 5 rounds this week, and you're running for 4 minutes, walking for 90 seconds. So now we're starting to really, really increase your stamina and increase your running distance, which should be getting pretty exciting. We should be getting closer to feeling comfortable with running some longer distances. Okay, rest day, strength and conditioning as always. Walk with elevation is a new one. So look at this one. So 20 to 35 minutes, depending on the week. But this is still about recovery. It's not about smashing yourself. You're not, trying to push boundaries here. It's a fairly comfortable walk. And we want to get some hills involved this week. So, when you go for your walks, excuse me, and you see a street that's hilly and you'd normally avoid it. Well, I don't want you to avoid that street this week. I want you to take that street. We actually want to incorporate some hill walking and get some elevation in this week. Oh, moving on to park run. We're doing a 4-minute run and a recovery walk of either 1 minute 30 or 2 minutes, depending on how you're feeling. If you're feeling really good in that last kilometre, let's try and hold it for that entire last kilometre. If not, just stick with that 4:1:4:2 ratio. Over distance, 35-minute brisk walk, power walking. So we are getting a little bit faster now with our walks, and a bit of a jog at the end, bit of a run at the end for a few minutes. Okay, on to the next run walk block. Let's have a look at this one. We're running for 5 minutes and walking for 1. Okay, so now we're into some longer periods of running. You should be sort of in that 5 minute, and it's still a comfortable effort. You're not pushing beyond your limits, because again, this is about adaptation, not about all out speed. We're just getting more comfortable with running. Strength and conditioning in the final week. Love it. Walk with strides. Back to our strides this week. Your strides are 30 seconds. So really accelerating that pace for just 30 seconds, settling down for a minute, and then doing it again. So just practicing acceleration, but not sprinting. And then we have our timed time trial at the end of the structure. And I will have built up 4 weeks worth of knowledge, and so will you. And I'll have 4 weeks of a library of your running to really be able to give you the best direction and guidance in how to tackle this so that you can get the best results for the 4 weeks. All right, team, that is Run Walk for 2025 4-week challenge. I look forward to having everybody in.